Dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria. Wow! Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig
it? What's up, you blood-sucking bastards, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and today I have a hell of a vampire flick lined up for us. It is Richard Wank's 1986 just cult classic horror comedy. It is Vamp. And this one is just all kinds of fun, really outrageous, really just super entertaining, and a blast to watch. So let's dive right into this bad boy and see what we got. Here is Vamp. Vamp is a fantastically wild 80s horror comedy, which embraces its weird, eclectic characters and unusually silly overall premise to forge a pitch-perfect cinematic oddity that honestly entertains with the energy and vibe of the era. Silly at times and altogether unpredictable, the production thrives in its bewildering vampire-infused moments and off-kilter goofy personalities that definitely mark its place within the iconic genre of blood-sucking ghouls. Outrageous, hilarious, and quite sleazy, Vamp is an outstandingly memorable horror comedy, with plenty of bite to satisfy any lover of ludicrous horror. The film stars Randy and sure-headed college students AJ and Keith, who get roped into pledging to a fraternity, but in order to get in, they need to first acquire a stripper for an upcoming frat party. Setting off to the city with a dorky but rich Asian student named Duncan, the trio quickly run afoul of a vampire-run strip club and its bizarre head mistress, forcing the group to fight to survive and find a way out of this blood-sucking brothel of the undead. Can they survive this night of sexy horror, or is it lights out for this horny group of college kids? Robert Russler and Chris Makepeace take center stage as AJ and Keith, the two wild and crazy guys of this morbidly wacky horror romp. Both actors do a fantastic job with the over-the-top material, with Russler playing the cocky, quick-witted scam artist of the bunch, and Makepeace playing the more level-headed of the two. In a strange turn of events, Chris Makepeace surprisingly takes the reins as the unlikely hero of the pair, as he's thrust into the spotlight after an unpredictable turn of events. Goofy, aloof, and mostly awkward throughout the film, Chris gives a remarkable performance as the reluctant vampire slayer, and his natural performance helps to give his everyman character a grounded feel among such unbelievable situations and ghoulish scenarios. Coming along for the ride is an eclectic group of actors and actresses who all put in a tremendous effort in making this film the spectacle that it is. The memorable maniacs of this vampire tale are Grace Jones as Katrina, the head queen vampire and totally batshit crazy performance artist; Getty Watanabe as Duncan, the wealthy womanizing weirdo who can't get enough of the ladies; Dee Dee Pfeiffer as Allison, a cute as a button stripper at the club who takes a fancy to Keith and his vampire-killing ways; Sandy Barron as Vic, the sleazy owner of the strip club of the damned and all-around creepy dude; and finally Billy Drago as Snow, the leader of an albino-themed street gang who wants a piece of our main group of heroes. Strange, unusual, and everything in between, the cast of Vamp is as wild as its premise, and they all blend fabulously into the expressive world of the film. Fun is the name of the game when it comes to Vamp, as the silly premise and playful nature of the production takes priority over its unsettling horror moments, making for just an enjoyable 80s comedy romp with a slightly hellish personality. It relishes in the zany moments and weirdness of its scenario, and embraces every oddity that it throws at its audience. The creature effects are few and far between, but what they do come up with is quite memorable and highly effective in bringing on the vampire goodness. The film is an enjoyable ride through and through, and an outstanding showcase on just how fun the 80s truly was. Whether it's the over-the-top performances of its main cast, or the batshit crazy idea of a vampire coven running a strip club, the flick has what it takes to make for an unforgettable cinematic experience of robust and bloody entertainment. In the end, Vamp is a hell of a good time at the movies, and a hilarious roller coaster of undead shenanigans that truly capture the magic of the 80s and the totally ridiculous premise that could only spring from that era. In plain and simple terms, it's badass fun. And there you have it, you crazy sons of bitches. That is the fabulously 80s and all-around badass vampire flick, Vamp. Just a really fun one, just like the 80s, just totally outrageous, totally crazy, and like I said, totally fun. But guys, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe, and if you got time, leave a comment below because I would love to hear from you. But until then, I will see you crazy bastards the next time I'm in front of a camera talking about movies. Take care, guys.